Next we will see there are different types of solution based upon the solute and the solvent. See, solute and solvent, what we say? Components. If suppose one solute and one solvent is there, two components, that is called as a binary solution. Suppose we are having what you can say two solute and one solvent. Solvent is always one only. Solvent cannot be many. So that is said to be as a ternary solution. Alright. In this way we are having binary, ternary, quaternary, pentanary in this way. For example, you are having sugar and water. That is a binary solution. Salt and water is a binary solution. Alright. Salt, sugar, water, ternary solution. We can say that. Clear? Suppose you are putting lemon, salt, sugar, water. What is that? Quaternary solution. Like suppose you are having as hand lotion. We are using hand lotion in our home. So for preparing hand lotion, what we require is that we require sulfuric acid. Alright. We require what you can say glycerol. We require water. We require NaOH, and we also what you can say use that is honey. Clear? So in this way, what I find is that there are 5 components are there for preparing a hand lotion. 5 components. So one of the component you will find is present in large amount, generally water, and the rest is present in small quantities. We can say that. Clear? So as a component is 5 here, so it is known as what? Pentanary solution. We can say that. Clear? But generally in our day-to-day life, we use our what you can say binary solution only. Understood now? Next is we'll come to the next one is based upon the concentration. Next will come is your strength of the solution. Strength. So what do you mean by strength? Already we have discussed mass percentage and volume percentage. We have discussed strength of the solution. Strength of the solution means it is the amount of solute in grams present per liter of the solution. Volume of the solution is what? Is in liters. Amount of the solute is in what? Is in grams. The amount of the solute is in grams. We can say that. Is in gram. The amount of the solute is. And the volume of the solution is in liter. So the unit of what you can say, the unit of strength is gram per liter, or it can be gram per decimeter cube. I have already said you earlier that 1 liter is equal to 1 decimeter cube. There is no difference between liter and decimeter cube. In this way, strength of the solution is amount of the solute in grams present per liter of the solution. That is, volume of the solution is measured in liters. Now unit is gram per liter or gram per decimeter cube, no other unit. You will say, sir, then what is this? Gram per cc or gram per ml? What is this? It is nothing but density. It's a unit of density. Understood? The difference between strength and density is that in case of strength, the volume is always in liter, and in density it is in cc or in ml. We can say that. Understood this particular thing? Clear? So CGS unit is gram per cc or gram per ml, and SI is kg per meter cube. We can say that. You have studied density. Clear? So that's the difference between. In case of strength, again I say volume should be in liter, not any other unit. Density it may differ, cc, ml, meter cube in this way, but in strength volume should be in liter or in decimeter cube. So that is called as the strength of the solution. Okay, the solute is measured in grams and the volume solution is in liters. Next, after strength we'll come to that is molarity. Alright, very important. Molarity. Listen carefully what I am saying. Molarity, denoted by the letter capital M. Molarity. It is defined as number of moles of the solute to the volume of the solution in liters. Again I repeat, all these definitions which I am saying you will see in my PDF. It is being given to you. Alright, so what I said, molarity is number of moles of the solute. Number of moles of the solute to the volume of solution in liters. Now, number of moles, how do you find? We have already studied number of moles of the solute. Weight of the solute by molecular weight of the solute. That is number of moles. Weight by molecular weight. So generally, listen carefully here. I am writing it out. This one you write it down in your notebook. Here I will be using W1 as weight of solute, M1 as molecular weight of solute, W2 as weight of solvent, Similarly, capital M2 is molecular weight of solvent. Small n1, number of moles of solute. Small n2, number of moles of solvent. Similarly, that is, just let me write down this first, the symbols, then after that I am going to complete the formula. Okay, next is capital X1, it is mole fraction of solute. And capital X2, mole fraction of solvent. Then capital E1, equivalent weight of solute. Similarly, capital E2 is equivalent weight of solvent. So what you see is here is that I have used 1 for all solute. Wherever it is 1, it is for the solute, and wherever it is 2, it is for the solvent. Now let me tell you, listen carefully this thing. This symbol is going to differ from book to book. The symbol will differ. In certain book you may find W1 is weight of the solvent and M1 is a molecular weight of the solvent. W2 is weight of the solute and M2 is molecular weight of the solute. So book to book it will differ. In some book you will find instead of W1 it is given WB. It is given WX. It is given WA. So book to book the symbol will vary because this is not a universal symbol. So hence it is going to vary. But I am going to use the symbol what I have given to you. Mind it. For that reason you write it down. I am going to use the symbol. Now if you are seeing from the book some certain book, it may vary from book to book. I am saying you. It will vary or it may vary. Don't worry. This is not a universal symbol. Understood it? It may vary. So, but here throughout your class 11 and 12 I am going to use this particular symbol and I am going to do it. So hence be careful of the symbol. Alright, so what I am saying is that from the book, any book you will follow, there is no problem. You see the formula, not the symbol. The symbol may change. The symbol what I am giving accordingly it may change. So that reason I am saying you. Suppose you are seeing this and you will see the book, you will see sir galat padha diya. Kya padhaya Bhagavan jane. Alright, so the symbol may vary. Understood? So in this way. So write it down this particular thing. So now I will come back to the formula again because I am going to use this symbols. So 1 for the solute and 2 for the solvent. Very easy to remember. So what I said you, number of moles of the solute. Number of moles of the solute, what I said? Weight of the solute, W1 by molecular weight of the solute. I have already said you, M1 into volume of the solution in liters. So volume in liters. Volume of the solution is in liter. Got it? We got it in this way. So weight by molecular weight and the volume of the solution in liters. So hence this is the formula of molarity, we can say that. So as a result, what is the unit of molarity first of all? Unit is number of moles is measured in what? mol. And volume is in liter, so mole per liter, we can say that. Okay, or its unit is capital M and its symbol is also capital M. Symbol and unit both the same. Symbol is also capital M, unit is also, either you can write mole per liter or you can write capital M. Capital M stands for molarity, we can say that. So accordingly we will be seeing, when you will do the numericals, you will be seeing, you will be having, it will be saying molar solution, molar. When I say 1 molar, got it? So molarity is 1. When I say bimolar, molarity is 2. When I say trimolar, molarity is 3. When I say decimolar, molarity is m by 10, 1 by 10, deci. Got it? When I say centimolar, molarity is 1 by 100, century. When I say millimolar, molarity is 1 by 1000. Got it? In this way, remember it. But a standard solution means molarity is either 1 molar or 2 molar or 3 molar. In this way, that is a standard solution. Alright? Clear? It's said to be yes. Fine. So in this way, you got to know about molarity. Next, we'll see molality. Be careful of the spelling. Molality, small m, denoted by small m. Molarity, capital M. Molality, small m. So what is the definition here or the formula? Number of moles of the solute by weight of the solvent in kg. Number of moles of the solute by weight of the solvent in kg. So number of moles of the solute, how will you find? W1 by M1. Weight of the solvent, what I said you? What was the symbol? The solvent. W2. So W2 in kg. Alright, W2 in kg. Now, next is here, that is generally the weight is not given in kg, it is given in grams. So if the W2 is in grams, how to convert it, the gram to kg? By 1000 you will do. So here it becomes into 1000. Understood? W2 is in kg, weight is in kg. Generally in the question you see it is given in grams. So how to convert the gram to kg? By 1000. So by 1000 means it becomes into 1000. So this is your formula of molarity. Here also same thing. Here also same thing. If the volume is in liter, alright, if the volume is in liter, it's okay. If the volume is not in liter, if it is in ml, in molarity, if the volume is in ml, let us say, got it? If it is in ml, how to convert into liter? Into 1000. So molarity, you got it? This is the formula for the molarity. This is the formula for the molality, small m, that is W1 into 1000 by M1 into W2 in grams. Alright, so this is your molarity and this is your molality. We can say that. What is the unit of molality? Unit, what it should be? Mole per kg. The unit is mole per kg. We can say that. Or it is small m as that of symbol. Symbol is also small m, unit is also small m. Or you can write mole per kg. See, very easy to remember the unit. Mole and W2 is in kg. Weight is in kg. So mole per kg. Here also same thing. This is in moles and volume is in liter. So moles per liter. Alright. Here if the volume is given in ml, I have to convert into liter. How will I convert? By 1000 I will do. So it becomes into 1000. Here also same thing. Are you following what I am saying you? In this way, we got the formula molarity and molality. Alright. Okay. Thank you very much. Next class we'll see.